All right, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Champion Spotlight in our free-to-play Mystery Shard only run. Today, we are going to be doing, well, the reason that I kind of started this was getting Arbiter. Well, now we're going to do a Champion Spotlight on Arbiter. Well, what is Arbiter good at? Well, she's good at a lot of things, but really, she's just an arena monster. That's what she's for. That's really what we use her for now. I mean, I don't really use her in dungeons except for maybe faction wars. That's really about it. But we're going to show her in some dungeons just to kind of see if she's even good enough to do them, all right? And I'm assuming she is. Now, our specific Arbiter doesn't have probably the speed that she should have. Let's put it that way. You really should build Arbiter in all speed gear. I have her in this set, which basically gives her the 18% speed and the crit damage plus 30%. But the main reason is the chance of getting unkillable. The reason we do that is because in arena, sometimes you don't go first, and that's not good. So essentially that makes it so that if she gets hit with a fatal hit and the team gets wiped, she can revive everybody again. So let's look at her skills and see what she's got. So she's got an A1 that attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. This is her really good skill. It attacks all enemies 1 time, and it has a 75% chance of decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs. Now, this is great if you're up against heroes that do not have insanely high resist. I would say what you would have to do is really just give her insanely high accuracy. That would be the way to fix it. And basically, it gets rid of unkillable, it gets rid of block damage, it gets rid of all that crap. So that way you can kind of take down Skull Crown in the arena, and it works out well. All right, she has a place 50% attack on all allies for 2 turns, then fills turn meters by 30% and heals all allies by 25% of their max HP if they have less than 50%, which is usually when you're going to use this skill. You will use it right at the beginning of the fight. However, if your team gets wiped and you revive them, which you're going to see in the next skill, then you would use this directly after it. It boosts their turn meter, give them some attack and heal them a little bit so they don't die again really quick. All right, she has a revive all dead allies, 35% HP, then fills the turn meter of all allies, grants an extra turn. So that's what you want. You want to revive everybody, then you want to move into increase attack, and then hopefully you're not dead. Which, if you're reviving your whole team, I don't know, it's probably a high possibility you are going to be dead. But I've recovered. I have had that happen where I'll recover and be able to win the fight. It does happen. All right, masteries. We went more defensive on her. We want to make sure that she really just stays alive, right? So we've got her in decreased damage if she gets a debuff. We've got her in decreased damage from AoEs. Obviously, you want that. Has a 50% chance to remove debuffs. Obviously, you want that. You want her to not be stunned or not acting. She reduces damage she receives from a specific enemy, so that's more damage reduction. And she has a 50% chance of increasing turn meter, which obviously you want her to be going as fast as possible. We got her down the accuracy tree. We've got her into decreasing turn meter. We've got her into having a 5% chance of decreasing a cooldown. That way she can maybe revive quicker. We have a 30% chance to extend duration of any buff. She does do attack up, so we want that. We want to increase her speed for every dead ally because the whole point is that when everyone dies, she revives them. So yeah, that's why we want that skill. And we go right down into increases this champion's turn meter by 20% whenever an ally hero drops below 25% HP. Basically, all this stuff is really just your counterbalance to going up against a stronger team, which is really what you want in this situation. All right, artifacts. Like I said, we have her in this set with the speed. She's got a defense chest. She's got a defense glove. She's got a speed boot. She's got HP on her ring. She's got HP on her amulet, and she's got accuracy on her banner because we want her to be able to hit that remove buff thing because it's really important for the arena. Total stats as of right now, this is nowhere near a perfect Arbiter. This is not even close. Let's put it that way. I just want to show her since we got her. And we're going to go over what you really should do to make her better. So HP is 45,000, respectable, but not great. Attack is 2,100. Defense is 3,270. We'd like to optimally get that better. Speed is 222, which actually I thought was a lot lower, to be honest. So 222, she should really be, honestly, like all speed. You should have probably 2 or 3 hits of speed on every piece of gear. You just want her to be the fastest hero honestly on your account if you're going to use her in the arena, and she is not yet. My fastest, I think, is 231, which isn't even that high. So we're probably going to re-gear her eventually and really get her some speed gear. I do have some stuff that we can do to kind of, in the forge that we can work on. Crit rate is 58%. Not great, but not needed, really. I mean, she doesn't really do a lot of damage anyway. Really, you just want her to be able to land stuff. Crit damage is 112. Once again, I don't really care about any of this. Resist 115 and 165 accuracy. Now, if I were to rebuild her, more than likely I wouldn't care anything about crit rate or crit damage because, like I said, she does 0 damage. She does horrible damage. So we really just want her to stay alive, go fast, and get everyone moving. And that's it. That's what we want her to do. So I would probably get her accuracy up high. I would get her speed up way higher, her defense up higher so she doesn't die, and then add it to HP if you have anything extra. I would get rid of all of attack, all of crit damage. Like, honestly, all of it's useless. As far as I can tell, it's not really worth building. All right. So let's look at her in the arena because that is where she is good. We're going to get this potion because I wanted you guys to see me get that potion. All right. Let's go into the arena and see what she can do. Now, this goes both ways. This could go horribly and this could go amazing. I don't know. We're going to find out. But we're going to show her in here and see if she can help us. Now, our arena team is reasonable. Now, this is a pretty tough team. Let's see if we can beat him. Well, actually, he's not tough, but the rest of them are tough. Now, this is the arena team we use with Arbiter. So now we've got Arbiter in the lead because she has an increased ally speed in arena battles by 30%. Obviously, that's a perfect thing because you want to go first in all your fights. We've got Dark Alhaine. She's our nuker. She is not amazingly built. She does have reasonable crit damage right now, but she's our nuker, and she kind of helps us against like Torments or any heroes that freeze. I have beaten teams between 250 and 300 that have a Torment because they keep getting frozen, and then she keeps AoEing them down and killing them. So that does happen. We've got War Maiden in here for dropping defense. We want to make sure that she increases attack, she drops defense, and then she comes in and nukes everybody. And then anybody who's not left or is left really, we have Soulbon in here to take out the jerkbag Death Knight. Literally, that is why she is here. She is there to get rid of Death Knight and make sure that we can continue the fight. So let's see if this is a winnable fight. We're going to just show off our little arena team here if the game ever decides to frickin' load. All right. Now, I don't do these on auto. This is not an auto team as of right now, but this is what we do. So we come in and we hit everybody. And we do have a Mithrala here. Now, these are the ones we're going to worry about. All right, so now hopefully we can kill one with this. We're probably not going to. Maybe she will die. We'll see. No, she didn't die. So now the only option we have is to kill Death Knight because otherwise we can't hit everyone else. So now we use her skill here, which basically does a lot of ignoring defense is basically what it does. And she has her attack up, so she can crush Death Knight. There you go, dead. And now you got to hope you don't die from whatever's left. And she's really strong. Yeah, that one. And she's going to provoke everyone. Say now having a little bit of attack on her isn't terrible. So now no one's provoked anymore. Now we can hopefully kill Mithrala and get her out of our face. There we go. We don't really care. We can hit her with this and then hopefully she's dead. Boom. Oh, we have that little bit left. There you go. Now we won. So there you go. That's basically how we use her in the arena. Let's do a couple more fights in here because like I said, this is really what she's about. This is what she is good at. I'm sure if you have better heroes, this one's 202. We might die here, but we're going to try it. Like I said, as long as there's no speed lead, usually it's reasonable. All right, because then I can hopefully kill at least one or two of these guys before Death Knight becomes an issue, which this team does not look like that. This is a pretty defensive team, which is what we're going to have trouble with because all right, now this is where it gets a little dicey. We have a lot of heroes we might be able to kill, or I could one-shot Death Knight, but we really want the Reviver dead. So we're going to go for an AoE. All right, they're dead. Two of the best heroes on their team are now goodbye. All right, so far so good. We're gonna do this. Let's see what happens. Yep, didn't work. All right, so now everyone's dead. Hopefully we can kill. We want to kill her because she's the worst. All right, that's right. I forgot Death Knight's there. So now we have the revive. Perfect timing. So we revive everyone, and then we up their attack and give them a little bit of a heal. There we go. And now we try to kill Death Knight. All right, boom. Let's see. Hopefully, let's get rid of that protection crap. This is what this is for. Say, there you go. Now the protection's gone. We have this back. So now we want to kill Death Knight. And now all we got left is Rhonda, which who cares if she kills someone? She's not very defensive, so she usually can drop pretty quickly. We have drop defense, and she's going to be dead. There we go. All right, boom. So this is why I use the team I use, all right? As you can see, Dark Alhaine did 133,000. She's our nuker. Soulbon is mainly for killing Death Knight, so she sometimes will not do as much damage. If you can build her with a lot of crit and a lot of attack, you might be able to do a little bit of more damage with her AoE, but the problem is that she's really not that strong. But as you can see, Arbiter helped us. She got everyone back up to par, leveled them up, get them out. All right, so who else is in here? That could be tough. All right, this is a team that'll probably kill us unless we kill them in the first hit. We'll see. We're going to try it. This is a go first team, all right? Arbiter basically gives you the go first. That's what you're trying to do. She's a gimme, which is why you want her speed to be so high. Let's see what happens here. All right, so that's not bad. That's a good way to start. Let's get these guys out of here. All right, so they're dead, and now we just killed Deliana because she sucks. There we go. Deliana's dead. Boom. And now that was a 113 team that wasn't that great. The other one, so basically we have now beaten a 154, which is stronger than us, I think, right? What are we at? We're at 159, so they're not stronger than us, but they have legendary, so I'm going to count it. We got a 154, we got a 202 done, and this is the team you're going to be up against a lot, because this is basically I would say the team that everyone has because they've been playing for a while. They have Deliana, they have Death Knight. These are all the legendaries that everyone got for free. So more than likely you're gonna see this team freaking nonstop, which is honestly how we made our team with Arbiter work. It's because I brought this team together specifically to take down Death Knight and to take down specific heroes in here. The only one I don't have a real good way to take down is Syl, and that's because we just don't have the affinity for it. If I had a nuker that could or a really hard hitting force hero, I would bring them in. But we don't have that right now. We just have War Maiden, and it's good enough, hopefully, and we can beat her. Let's see. Anyone else in here we want to really go up against? Now, the thing is, you don't really, unless you get a faster Arbiter, most of these teams aren't going to be that great to go up against. They'll probably kick our asses. Like here, this team will probably kill us because they're faster, but we're going to show it just so you can see us die. So you can see that this is not an infallible team. I don't want anyone coming in here thinking that, this is the best team you'll ever have. This is not. This is just a team that can take down the most annoying teams. Mashald is a jerkbag. Here we go. Let's see. You know what? We're going to try this instead, but she's not going to get the attack off because she's feared. All of these heroes are feared. There we go. Now she's dead. So we're out of luck. Let's try to kill him. Nope. Everybody's fear did not work. So we're dead. There you go. See? So that's why going first is most important. So if we build her speed up to like 250, 300, this team would be dead right now. All right. So don't think that just because your team isn't strong that you can't win. All right. My team will get obliterated if they just used a Kale and what's his name? Apothecary, War Maiden, and then whoever else you want to. All right. If their speed is like over 250, my team will be dead. All right. Now, that's why this is important that you build Arbiter fast and why mine sucks. Okay. Very important. Now, just so we can see that she's not just useless or she's only good in arena. Let's see. Let's bring her in. Actually, I use her in Doom Tower a lot now. She's actually in my wave team. We just ran through the waves today. You can use her in pretty much any dungeon you want. We can pull out Spirit Host and put her in here, and we are pretty much good to go on any fight. So we'll go through and just fight this boss since this is the one we're on right now. Essentially, she's really good for fights where you have counterattack, where you have block debuffs, anything that's going to really screw with your time, to be honest. It's really going to make your time faster. If you go into Dragon and there's the enemies that have the block damage buff, you're going to want to use Arbiter in there to get through it because she can actually remove it. Now, everybody says Arbiter is amazing, and she is good. Don't get me wrong. Everyone uses an arena, but my personal thing that I've seen with her is she's not really usable in as many areas as you might think. And she's definitely not as good as you might think. However, is she worth getting and doing the missions for? Yes. 100% she's worth it. She makes your arena team freaking skyrocket once you get her. It gets rid of Spirit Host. And you get the ability to have revives. You get the ability to remove debuffs, all that stuff. There you go. And she has a weaken, which is nice. I tried her in Clan Boss. She wasn't great. You can use her there, but it wasn't amazing. But there, you're just basically replacing Spirit Host with her because she has the 50% attack up, but she just brings a lot more to the table. The only downside is she doesn't heal, so Spirit Host in some cases could be a better option than Arbiter as a attack up hero, just because she removes debuffs. That's the one thing that Arbiter's kind of lacking in, is really an insane amount of healing for herself and really just not being able to remove debuffs from your team. She can only remove buffs from the other team. All right, let's get out of there. So that's there. Let's just try her out in a couple of dungeons just so you can see what she's made of. We'll go into Dragon's Lair. We'll go to stage 20 just because that's where everyone's at. We'll pull Spirit Host out. Like I said, she doesn't remove debuffs, so this could go poorly, but now we have 2 revivers in here with Syl. All right, so we're going to run it with just this team, see how they do, just so everyone can see how she runs and how she can keep everyone going. The other good news is she has the turn meter increase on 2 of her skills. Now, there is a downside. That's the downside, what you just saw. She just used the revive because the revive actually boosts your turn meter. So her AI is really wonky. She's basically going to use the revive when no one's dead, which is the worst thing that she can do because you want that revive up on cooldown anytime someone dies, basically like Syl. So if you're using Syl in here with Arbiter, that's probably the perfect thing because then Syl can pick somebody up who dies and you don't really have to worry about, you know, Arbiter not having her freaking revive on cooldown. The only time Arbiter is going to come in handy at that point is if everybody besides her and Syl dies, and Syl can't pick everyone up as quick, and you just bring Arbiter in to, revive everyone. And hopefully get another turn. Watch, this is going to be the fastest time we've ever had. I honestly don't know. It might be. It could be. I've never brought Arbiter into here. I actually don't use her in dungeons. And I feel like she's actually probably really good in place of Spirit Host, but I always try to show the worst case scenario in most dungeons, just so you can see that you can beat it without having these heroes that take, 6, 7 months to get. But like I said, we're going to use them in here. And there you go. There's the problem, is the defense down. It's going to make it an issue. But since you guys can revive now, because we have Syl and we have Arbiter, removing debuffs isn't as big of a deal, but don't get me wrong, not having defense down on a boss fight could be the difference between winning and losing, so don't underestimate Spirit Host is what I'm saying. The other thing is I have a shield set on Spirit Host, which makes her a lot better because she can keep that shield going on the waves, and if you're having trouble in the waves in the beginning, you can actually have the shield as kind of a buffer so no one dies as quick. But so far, it seems to be working pretty well. There's not a lot of attack in this team, so we are going to get hit with stuff probably. Like this one, we may miss. Oh no, we're not. Yeah, dummies decided to do things. This is where Spirit Host would be better. Is right here because she can get these things off of you. Valerie might be a good option in here, but the defense down is pretty good with War Maiden, so I'm going to try it. That's why we did it. I wanted to go for a little more speed run rather than a slow defensive run, which is what I've been using. I'm slowly starting to build teams that are more attack oriented that can get through fights, even if it's a little bit more scary. At least they get through them a little bit faster. I don't think this is going to be one of those examples just because I think my fastest time in here might have been like 240. I don't know. We'll see. But as you can see, she does really well at keeping everyone with their attack up. She keeps their turn meter boosted. Having her in here with Apothecary is kind of a nice deal because you can get a bunch of turns before your enemy gets turned because you're constantly boosting turn meter. Too bad she can't drop debuffs. I feel like Syl is very useless in this fight other than just healing everyone. She never actually lands anything. Oh, they're going to do the same thing. There we go. So it looks like we should win. This shouldn't be too big of an issue. Kale's in lifesteal. You could consider some kind of a lifesteal regen situation on Arbiter, but like I said, the only thing you really need on her is speed. So if you are going to do that, just make sure you get a 2 or 3 roll of speed on any gear that you put on her when you build her. Don't be a dummy like me and have her at 222, which is still pretty reasonable. All right, so my best time was 315. That was 337, and we got a piece of gear. So Arbiter is usable in most dungeons. Yeah, if you're not worried about dying, then Arbiter's your girl, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. And she is a Void Affinity, which is nice because it helps you complete quests where you need to have a Void Affinity hero. But if you got her, then you would need a Void hero at level 60, 6-star anyway, so you probably have that problem solved before you get Arbiter, and there you go. So, yeah, she kind of comes in a little bit late to the game, especially if you're not running missions. The only way to get her is to finish the missions, and if you haven't been touching them and you're being slow on it, then yeah, you're going to have way more Void heroes probably before you get her. All right, let's get out of here. Is there anywhere else I would consider using her? I don't really use her in Spider. Not a good idea. She has a 2-hitter for Fire Knight, and she can revive and heal and attack up. So it is conceivable that you could put her in here instead of Spirit Host. I don't know if it would be my favorite thing to do. I don't know what my stage 20 looks like. What's my stage 20 look like? Let's look. Let's take a check. Filter. No, we don't want a filter. We don't want filters. Team setup. That's what we want. Where's Fire Knight? So Fire Knight team is here. Yeah, I don't even have Spirit Host in here. So I mean, not Spirit Host. Yeah, Spirit Host. I don't have her in here, so there's nowhere to really replace anyone here for Fire Knight. Like I would not take out any turn meter reduction here. I don't think I would replace Apothecary with her. It is something you could do maybe because he's defense, she's attack, so it could help. But the defense up boost here for his aura is really good too for keeping you alive. So I don't know if I'd really put her in there to be honest. Ice Golem, I mean, we could put her in here. It's a possibility. At least you have a revive, so I could conceivably do that. But the defense down and all the debuffs he puts on everyone, it's a little rough, and he does a ton of damage. So I don't know if I think having Spirit Host in this situation might be better for Golem, but you could get away with it. It's not something that you can't do. Dragon, like I said, you can do whatever you want in Dragon. That's basically, the deal. You can do whatever you want. Spider, I wouldn't use her at all. Um, yeah, that's basically it. I mean, really, Ice Golem and Dragon probably. Let's do a Golem run real quick and see if it's even worth it. See if she can run it. Usually we die in here. I don't. Oh, that's right. We use this team for trying to get our clan boss thing done. Let's see. Where are you? Ice Golem 20. Let's go here. All right, we got this. So let's just try it. We'll take Spirit Host out. No, actually, we can't do it this way. We have to do it this way. Take Spirit Host out. Where are you? Here you go. Take her out. Goodbye. And we'll put Arbiter in. Let's see if this is something that works. I can't imagine it not working outside of the defense issue that we're going to have here because not having Spirit Host is going to be really bad if we have those defense downs and we can't remove them. So in this scenario, I mean, even maybe Valerie in place of Apothecary might be a good idea because at least Valerie can slowly remove the debuffs and get them off when they're down to one turn, whereas Arbiter's not going to be able to do that. We'll see. This could be a complete loss. I have no idea. The only thing that really kills us in here is if he does that double slam. That's what has happened on 2 of our videos that we've done, and it's actually still funny to me every time it happens because I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving that in the video. Let's see if it happens this time. Let's see if this is a good version. Is this the good run? I'm curious myself, to be honest. Like this is why I do these champion spotlight videos because I want to see what they can do and I want to see how well they can do it. And if they can't do it, then it's good that you're seeing it because you're seeing it with me. I've never put her in this team. This has never been a team that I have built. This has never been a team that I've used. So we all get to learn at the same time. Kale is probably going to die here because of the reflect damage, especially if he does an AoE like a dummy. There you go. Good. 1 hits. To be honest, him dying might not be a bad idea. Gives me something to laugh at. I like laughing at Kale when he dies in these fights. All right. Or her. Or Dark Elhane. She could kill herself too. It might happen. We don't know. It's like one of those Guess Who games. You don't know what's going to happen next or who did it. It was Mr. Plum in the library with the pipe. I'm sorry if you know that reference. It means you're about as old as I am. And yeah, live with it. All right. I can't tell if the fight's going well until we get through the first, maybe I'm going to say first half of his health. All right, so the defense is not really good on this team. Even though we do have some defense chests, we don't have the best defense gear on these characters. Syl is pretty defensive. Apothecary is pretty defensive. And I guess, yeah, Arbiter is too, so I'm a liar. Kale has a defense chest, but it's not a percentage, so it sucks. All right, let's see what happens here. All right. We got some healing there. We got our attack up. Always good. Now it's really just whether or not she's going to die. But we have Syl that can kind of boost it back up. As you can see, she just did the same crap she does every time. She used her revival skill to basically do the wrong thing. There we go. All right, so now we've got weakened. So that could be helpful in here other than what we've got going on because now he's a little weaker. That's why. He's weakened. And that little bit of extra heal does help, especially with Syl. So this could be a pretty good team, to be honest. It's a slow fight from what I can see, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, it is the end of the world as we know it. I got to stop doing that. Too many old references. Next thing you know, I'll be singing Dave Matthews Band. And by the way, I 100% would do that. All right, so we have some smite, so that's good because his HP does not drop. He's very tanky. We definitely would need to get some more DPS in here to make this a really good fight. Let's put it that way. All right. It really comes down to whether or not he drops health below the threshold where he does that big attack. That's really what it comes down to. It's like a luck shot that he just kills and wipes the whole team. As long as it goes the way it's going right now, we're looking pretty good. All right, weekend always good. Those ads. It would be nice to bring someone like what's his name? What's that? Our everyone's favorite guy, Armiger. We could bring Armiger and Arbiter. There you go. They make the best team. They're like dating right now. You don't know it, but Armiger's a beautiful prince. So far, this is going much better than I anticipated. I really didn't know if this was going to fly. I didn't know if I was going to get one shot. Oh, there we go. Smite. That's dangerous, though, because that brought his health down a lot. And that could put you in a threshold of getting hit by his other attack again. As you can see, she doesn't do a ton of damage. Like, what is she doing? 7k damage each hit? Like, it's kind of a joke, to be honest. All right, now he can't heal, so that sucks. All right, so now he's getting, that's his last smack. And then we got our HP off. There we go. A little bit of healing. Who cares if Kale dies? We're not really worried about it. This is where it gets dangerous. We've got low HP, and we've got drop defense, so that sucks. But having the extra turn meter boost might help because it gives us more turns to get rid of those stupid things. There you go. Kale's dead. Heal up Arbiter, which actually was the best thing that could happen. And now he's revived. And it looks like we're good now. This shouldn't be a problem. We got Smite up on him. So that means we can still kill him. As you can see, this is a very slow-ass fight. I mean, we're already almost pushing 6 minutes, but now we've got Smite, and there's no more reviving from what I remember. I don't think any more of them are coming back. Yeah, we should be good now. No Smite drop. No meteor on his head. Oh, maybe he had another revive in him. All right, I thought we were done with that crap. I guess I was wrong. It's all right. Nothing this team can't handle, apparently. All right, now they're going to attack only the boss, I think, now, because we're at that last march. There we go. Come on. Give me that smite, baby. Give me that smite. You know I love pancakes and smite in the morning. And there you go, dead. 6 minutes. So not my best time, obviously. Best time was 5 minutes. Still not good, obviously, but whatever. So yeah, you can use her in dungeons. It's going to be slow as hell, but hey, it works. And that's the point, right? So let's go back. So there you go. That is Arbiter in a nutshell. She is basically your little arena babe. She's your arena babe. She has other things that are good about her, but yeah, that's mainly it, is arena. So if you're really looking for a good arena lead that can speed you up and you just can't seem to pull one of those speed boosting arena heroes, well, yeah, Arbiter could be your Angel of Doom. And she has a really cool skin that you can get. Actually, she has a lot of really cool skins, right? She could be Medusa. She can be this, whatever this is. And you can get this from the clan shop and make her look like an evil demon, even though she is not very evil. She's nice. This is the one we like the best, though, because this is when she has red hair. There you go. All right. So hopefully you guys learned something, and hopefully you guys can see whether or not she is somebody you're interested in getting. I mean, the missions are there. You might as well do them. Eventually, everyone should get her, even if you're, lazy. I mean, even if it takes you a year. It took us 200 days because we're doing the mystery shard only, but hey, who am I to tell you how long it should take you to get her? All right. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if there's anything you use her for. You feel free to leave a comment, you know, like, share this video, do whatever you want. I always say in most of my videos, it's your life, live it the way you like. So this is Arbiter, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.